special presentation of the Simulation Football League.
And on to Brewski, and one more time, Brewski! Oh man! Past the 10! It's a touchdown! Go to Christ, nearly a safety. Christ picks up some big blocks, and there goes Christ! One man to beat! Past the 45, midfield, 40, 30, and he is going to score! 96 yards! Touchdown! The 1 yard line is he thrown? It is caught! He caught it! Amoronzabo! What a play! Touchdown! In trouble, throws it back, and it's returned. 10-5, touchdown Orlando!
Revenge is a dish best served cold. The Crabs have a new look and new weapons, while the whole gang is back together in Orlando. The time is now. Season 5 kickoff is next.
Only the SFL can ever bring you a storyline like that. Welcome to the Dome in Orlando, Florida, as the SFL's 5th season of play kicks off. Tonight it's the Baltimore Crabs and the Orlando Intimidators in a rematch of last year's semifinal. Here in Orlando, Florida, the bright lights are shining on Baltimore and Orlando here tonight as we give you the starting lineups for both teams, and we head down to the field for the coin toss as the SFL's epic Week 5 season has begun.
Let's do this. How you been? You'll make the selection. What is the call? Give us tails.
It is heads.
We'll kick.
The Intimidators have won the toss and select a kick.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Baltimore Crabs will get the football to start the summer 2015 season. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine, and from the Dome in Orlando, Florida, I welcome you to the SFL Network on Twitch. Let's get going! From the 7-yard line, Baltimore on the return, past the 20, 25, and up to the 28-yard line is where the Crabs will begin their first possession. Out comes Mike Dazzo, quarterback number 7. He is the leader on the offensive side of the football, along with number 36, halfback Elliott Snyder. First down and 10 for the Crabs. Here on the road in the first snap of the 2015 summer season. Baltimore starts for the trips left, and Dazzo will drop to throw, and Dazzo's pass is deep in the left-hand side, and it is intercepted on the very first play of the game. Intercepted by Rodney Woods, who led the league in interceptions last year, and it's first down Orlando in Baltimore territory. A horrible start here for Baltimore as they are trying to squash their demons from last season. Demetrius Outdat made the tackle, but too little, too late. First down Orlando with the Baltimore 34. What a start for the Orlando Intimidator defense. First and 10. 11 seconds gone in this one. I formation for Orlando, and Allen is to the bottom of the screen. As Matsumoto drops to throw, Matsumoto will swing into the right-hand side. That pass is caught by Isaac Perez, a gain of 6, and it's 2nd and 4. Isaac Perez always coming up clutch for this team. Second down, 4 yards to go. From the 28, Matsumoto starts the game off 1 for 1. 2 backs in the backfield, and Matsumoto's going to drop to throw. Matsumoto, good pocket. Back to throw. He's going to be sacked. A loss of 5 on the play. Baltimore gets the pressure and forces a difficult 3rd down and 9. And on the sack is Henry Hittner. And a nice start to his season as he had a down year last year. Now in his 3rd year with the Crabs. 3rd down and 9, back at the Baltimore 33. 4 wide receivers for Matsumoto, and he is changing the play out of the shotgun with Parker to his right. And Matsumoto dropped the pass, and that pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking over the middle for Matthews, and it's going to be 4th down, and this would be a 50-yard field goal, and what a shame this would be for Orlando if they could not figure out how to get points off of that opening drive. And it looks like Orlando is going to punt the football.
I'm coming. I'm going to block the punt.
And try to pin Baltimore deep. What a stand by the Crab defense as that punt is going to bounce inside the 10, down to the 5, down to the 4. And a nice job saving the kick down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st down for Baltimore right there. First and 10 deep in their own territory. Back at the 5-yard line are the Crabs, and they will hand it off to Snyder, and Snyder is decked in the backfield. A 2-yard loss. A big hit around the left-hand side, and it brings up 2nd down and 12. Nicely done by the Orlando defense. Second down, 12 yards to go, and the handoff goes to Snyder again, and he is tackled. Oh, he just got out of the end zone, nearly a safety, as Kedrick Watkins, the rookie free safety, comes up to make the play. 3rd down and 15, and both of these teams playing hard and heavy defense here early on. 3rd and 15 from the goal line, and the handoff goes to Snyder again, and Snyder is going to pick up just 2 yards. What a defensive stand by Orlando. They are going to get the ball back rather quickly. A 3 and out for the Crabs brings up a 4th down and 13. On the return, the Intimidators are going to get some good yardage up to the Baltimore 30, which was better field position than they had, if you can believe it or not, on the interception drive, and it's 1st down and 10. Three minutes into this ball game, we have had a Baltimore interception, which turned into no points for Orlando, followed by a 3 and out by the Crabs. And now Orlando is back in business. Field position playing a big role here. 2 in the backfield, and the handoff is going to go to Parker. And Parker on the left-hand side has some space and sheds 2 defenders. Parker's got a 1st down, the first of the game for either team, a gain of 16. That is an Orlando Intimidator 1st down. Parker's first carry of the night, a big one. Zach Parker looking fresh. He had a breakout year last year, his first 1,000-yard season of his career. 1st down in the red zone for the first time today to the Crab 15-yard line. There's a look at Joe Dazzo, the leader of the Baltimore Crab defense. 8:50 and counting here in a scoreless first quarter. I formation for Orlando. The handoff goes to Parker on the right-hand side, and Parker is decked. A 4-yard loss in the backfield. A nice big tackle. And both teams have played some exceptional defense here at the start of this game. 8:22 to go first quarter, no score. 3 backs in the backfield for Ono Matsumoto. And Matsumoto will drop the pass. He will flip it out to Parker, past the 20. Parker 15. Parker with a spin move and shoved down at the 11, out of bounds to bring up a 3rd down and 7, a 7-yard gain. Parker's first catch of the night. Third down, 7 from the Baltimore 11. Matsumoto faked the handoff, trying to convert the first down, and could not. Pass incomplete, intended for Nathan Chambers on the top side of the screen, and that'll bring out the field goal unit. And Orlando, once again, with tremendous field position, is going to have to settle for 3 points. More great defense by the Crabs. Field goal for Orlando from 28 yards is up and good. And we have our first points of the SFL season. Orlando 3 and Baltimore nothing. How's everybody liking the new stuff thus far? Just want to catch up with you while I have a small moment in the action. Hope the layoff made you miss us. As the kick is away from Orlando and Baltimore returns from the 9-yard line. And the Crabs up past the 20, 25, and up to about the 26-yard line is where they will begin their second possession. Their first possession started from the 5, a quick 3 and out on 3 Snyder carries that resulted in negative 3 yards. We caught up with Baltimore owner Tim Johnston to see what's new in his playbook this year. And we'll get to that in just a minute as Dazzo drops to throw. His first pass was an interception. That one caught by D.R. Sim, the new rookie. A 4-yard pickup brings up 2nd down and 6. And let's see what Tim Johnston had to say about the Baltimore setup.
On the offensive side of the ball, we like the opportunities that putting both of our receivers on the same side of the field gives us to make plays. On defense last season, we were nearly 100% zone. And I consulted with the sim champ, former SFL cornerback Michael Sims, and he strongly encouraged us that we should go both ways. So this season we're now in a mix of man and zone.
Pass is caught by Snyder on the outside. Apologize if that audio was a little bit lower than we expected it to be, but it's first night. You get the idea what we're trying to do. Snyder makes his first catch of the game. It's now 3rd down and 8 for Baltimore. They have failed to get a first down on 5 plays. And Dazzo drops to throw over the middle. That pass is caught. I'm going to call it an 11-yard gain for Demetrius Outdat, or check that. It might have been about a 15-yard gain for Outdat. Either rate, a first down for the Crabs. Under 7 to go in the first quarter. So Outdat makes his first catch of the game. Outdat and Sim with receptions on back-to-back plays. And Dazzo airs it deep, and it's knocked away. Another beautiful job by Rodney Woods deep down the field, and it's 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Rodney Woods is having himself a game. Second down, 10 yards to go, nearly halfway through the quarter. Second and 10 for Baltimore as Dazzo swings it outside to Snyder, and Snyder has passed the 39, past midfield, breaks a tackle, still in bounds before being shoved out of bounds at the 44. That is a gain of 17 yards on the play, and Snyder picks up another first down for Baltimore, and this easily has been the best the Crabs have looked all night offensively. And Mike Dazzo's looking really sharp out there. 4 for 5 for 34 yards and a pick. First down. 6:20 to go, opening quarter, 1st and 10 from the Orlando 44. As Dazzo drops to throw, Dazzo will sling it, and a beautiful sidearm grab to the 31. That is Demetrius Outdat. Another pickup of about 17 on the play, another Crab first down. And Dazzo has shaken off his opening interception quite nicely here on this drive. 1st and 10 into Orlando territory at the 31. And Dazzo will hand it off to Snyder, and Snyder around the left-hand side picks up 5. Bring up a 2nd down and 5, and that gets Snyder into the positive yardage on the night, running the football. Three yards on 4 carries. Still not what Snyder's used to. 2nd down and 5. 3-0 Orlando here early in the first quarter. And the handoff goes to Snyder, and Snyder is going to be wrestled down by Stephen Lambert and company. No gain on the play. Brewer was also there on the tackle. Stephen Lambert, 6'3", 255. The big man in the middle. 3rd down, 5. As Dazzo drops to throw, steps into the pocket, he is drowned at the 30-yard line. An important sack will end the drive for Baltimore. And a nice job getting pressure on Dazzo to force the field goal that could potentially tie the game. And the field goal attempt for Baltimore from 45 yards away is up and good. And we're all square at 3. .410 to go in the first quarter, an entertaining first quarter at that. As Orlando on the return to past the 25-yard line and dragging defenders up to the 30. A nice return there, making a little something out of nothing. .405 first quarter. Parker a little quiet, 2 carries, 12 yards. Lorenzo Allen and Nathan Chambers neither have a reception for Orlando. They're 2-star receivers here in the first quarter. Hand off to Parker, straight up the middle, and a nice tackle made just to the point of attack. Gain of 1. That was Joe Dazzo filling the gap and making another nice play on the football. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. And Matsumoto goes under the eye. Allen top of the screen. The only receiver to the left-hand side of the line. And Matsumoto drops to throw. And Matsumoto will throw it that direction. The pass is ruled incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, he was open and would have gone for about 5, but Matsumoto not connecting with his receivers here early in this ball game. Just can't find the touch. 3:31 to go first quarter. Baltimore 3, Orlando 3. This is the SFL season opener on the SFL network on Twitch, the new Sim Football Network. As Matsumoto drops to throw. Matsumoto down the middle. Beautiful pass and a penalty to boot. That is a 14-yard pickup for Lorenzo Allen, defended by Kenneth Lyons, and let's check the flag.
Pass interference. Number 47. Defense. The penalty.
It's going to be declined. That goes down as an Allen catch. And an Orlando Intimidator first down. Both teams, a lot of nerves in the booth at night as well, or tonight as well, but trying to hang in there. 3 backs in the backfield. Allen top of the screen. As Matsumoto will hand off to Parker around the right-hand side. Parker picks up a couple of good blocks, but a great job. Oh, he's still going! Zach Parker picks up 9! Tough to bring down. Baltimore had him for about a 2-yard gain, and it brings up 2nd down and 1 into Crab territory. Best run of the night for Zach Parker. What a monster. 2 in the backfield and a tight set here for Orlando as the first quarter is winding down. 2nd down and 1 from the 44. Handoff Parker again around the left-hand side. Parker sidesteps 1 and gets about 4 for a first down. Give him 5. Parker starting to carry the load on this possession. 2:18 to go first quarter and a 3-3 ball game. Still have not had a touchdown here in the season opener of the SFL. Parker on the left-hand side breaks off of 1 defender, and Parker breaks another tackle and finally is brought down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 13 and another Orlando first down. Zach Parker is a menace on this drive. Two in the backfield with Matsumoto. Orlando's been down here plenty of times before, has not punched it into the end zone. Hand off to Parker again. From the left-hand side, and Parker buried. Averaging 6 yards a carry. Eddie Gage makes the tackle. Brings up 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard run around the left. 7th carry of the night for Zach Parker in the quarter. 2nd and 8. 3 in the backfield. And the handoff goes to Parker, and Parker's got blockers, and Parker's past the 15. Beautiful spin move. Parker inside the 10. First 10 goal Orlando at the 9-yard line. Gain of 17. Check that, 15. Parker brutalizing the Crabs. This is an old school drive right now by Orlando. And the handoff goes to Parker, and Parker picks up a couple. Brings up a 2nd down and goal. Joe Dazzo once again on the tackle. Second down goal. Matsumoto with trips left. Out of the shotgun. Looking for the lead. Back to pass. Matsumoto from the 6. Check down. Pass caught. 1-yard pickup. That's Chambers. And now it's 3rd and goal. And that might be, and it is, that is the final play of the first quarter. End of 1, Baltimore 3, Orlando 3. This is the SFL Network on Twitch. We'll be right back. Start of the fourth quarter. 12-10 Baltimore with a smidgen lead on the Renegades. Be a 50-yard field goal from here. 2nd down and 3. Hand off to Snyder. Blown up in the backfield. A loss of about 2.5. And it brings up 3rd down and 6 outside of field goal range for the Crabs. Filia on the tackle. And this is a monster 3rd down coming up for this Renegade defense. 3 receivers with 2 backs in the backfield. Snyder is out wide to the right-hand side. And Dazzo will throw. Dazzo will swing it out. A nice route run. 1st down. Dazzo now a 96.9 quarterback rating, and you couldn't have asked for a better play call in that situation than that throw and completion to Bryant as Baltimore moves into scoring position again. If the Renegades want to keep this a 1-score game, they'll need to force another field goal. Out that to the bottom of the screen, Quick to the top of the screen. 12 minutes to go. Dazzo back to throw, going deep, and the pass is caught! Touchdown, Quick, and the Crabs. This is just a one-on-one ball. DJ Greenwood, Nick T. Quick, and Quick makes the play. And the Baltimore offense finally breaks free, and they have a 9-point lead, and owners around this league have seen this story before unfold. Baltimore trying to become the first team in league history to finish a sim season a perfect 8-0. Extra point is good. It's a 2-score game. Welcome back. It's 3rd down and goal from the 5-yard line for Orlando. And Matsumoto's going to drop back to pass, and he is going to throw an incompletion. Perez absolutely got knocked off his keister there. It's 4th and goal and another field goal as Henry Hintner supplied the big play. Hintner has had a very solid first half here. So a 4th down and goal. Orlando is going to try to go up 6-3. I saw someone say they missed the in-game stats from All Pro. We are actually keeping our own stats and updating you throughout the game. So top that. We'll try to do it with just as much frequency as they do, as the field goal is good, and it's 6-3. Orlando in a defensive ball game. As Baltimore is set to get the football back. Orlando kicks it away from the 9. Baltimore on the return, and the Crabs past the 30 up to the 31-yard line. Dazzo 5 for 7 for 43 yards and that one pick in the first quarter. Outdat 2 catches for 25 yards. Sim just 1 for 2 yards. And Snyder, those 5 carries for 3 yards. Orlando's run defense has looked very good. First down and 10 from the 32, and Orlando's defense is all over the place. Adjusting as Mike Dazzo's changing the play. Who's going to win this chess match on first down? Dazzo changed the play twice. Back to pass. Over the middle. The pass is caught. And that is a gain of 17 yards. A nice job by Mike Dazzo to get the first down for Baltimore. Well done to the non-star tight end. Orlando had a problem covering tight ends in their preseason matchup against Santa Fe, but Baltimore didn't take advantage of that in the first quarter, did there on the first play of the second. 11.5 to go in the first half, 6-3 Orlando. As Dazzo drops to throw, he'll swing it outside to Snyder. Snyder is going to pick up a lot of yards after poor tackling by Stephen Lambert, or a lack thereof. A 17-yard pickup for Snyder. Back-to-back first downs for the Baltimore Crabs, as Snyder now has 3 receptions for 32 yards. And this is just a poor position right here by Stephen Lambert. He's got to do a better job. You're a gold star. Trying to tackle a gold star, you've got to be better than that. 6-3 Orlando. 11 minutes to go in the second quarter as Dazzo will hand it off to Snyder up the middle. Snyder's got a big lane and he picks up 7. Bring up a second down and 3 at the 28. Baltimore wearing new uniforms this year, all whites with the navy blue helmets, navy blue numbers and that gold trim. Looking fresh. 77 yards and a pick tonight for Mike Dazzo. Excuse me. Back to pass. It's Snyder at the feet of Dazzo. Orlando couldn't make the play, and Snyder's going to pick up 7 and another first down through the air. And Snyder's got 4 receptions. He leads the team. First and 10, 10-15 to go in the first half. And Dazzo drops to throw. Dazzo steps up and is buried. A 4-yard loss. Both teams have been able to get some good pressure on the quarterback tonight, particularly in key situations. A 4-yard loss. And that makes second down a little bit more challenging. Second time Mike Dazzo has been sacked tonight. Or receiver set. Dazzo drops to throw. He'll swing it outside. Snyder's got some open field. Snyder's got a pickup of 12 yards. He is killing it. A third down and 2. Snyder wants to be more involved in the passing game, according to owner Tim Johnson. They're trying to get him there. And he is off to a good start tonight, and Dazzo is up to 8 of 10 passing. It's now a crucial third down and 2 for the Crabs. 3 backs in the backfield. And the handoff goes to Snyder, and he tried to navigate his way through, but he's going to be stopped short. Rodney Woods on the tackle, his 4th of the night, and it's 4th down and 1 for the Crabs, and they're going to keep the offense on the field. Under 9 minutes to go, the first 4th down conversion of the season. Baltimore down 3. Neither team has been able to find the end zone. 3 in the backfield. Dazzo trying to draw him offside. Down to 7 on the play clock, and it's not going to... it did work! And Orlando jumps offside. It's going to be a first down. A crucial mistake by the Intimidators. The linebacker jumps, and it's 1st and goal. Quarterbacks rarely successful at getting players to jump on a hard count, particularly on 4th and inches. Crabs successful on that play, and it's 1st down and goal here with 8:38 to go in the first half. That could be a momentum-changing play. First down goal to go. There's a look at Lambert. And the handoff goes to Snyder. Right up the gut. Snyder picked up about, let's call it 3. Bring up a 2nd down and goal. Rodney Woods, again, there to make the stop. That is tackle number 5 of the half. He is loving life here on this team, let me tell you that. Snyder has still yet to break one loose in the running game. 2nd down and goal. Both defenses playing very, very well right now. Orlando's offside penalty could kill him. Hand off to Snyder up the middle, and Snyder's going to score a touchdown. It's the first touchdown of the SFL's 5th season, and it is Elliott Snyder, no doubt about that. A 3-yard touchdown run for Snyder. And he puts the Crabs in the lead for the first time tonight.
Epstein is back for the point after. Rock on the board. The extra point is good.
Baltimore kicks it away up 10-6. And the Intimidators will start from the 27-yard line. Give us your comments and feedbacks. My staff will let me know what y'all think of the broadcast. Okay, it's first night, so bear with me. Trying to take stats, do play-by-play commentary, update your custom graphics all at the same time. I think we're holding it together pretty strong. This game's holding together pretty strong as well, as the Baltimore Crabs with a 4-point lead. A very hotly contested game, which we saw a lot of in the preseason. 1st down and 10 for the Intimidators as Matsumoto drops to throw. And that pass should have been intercepted. He gets a lucky break there. Incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. Matsumoto now 4 for 8. That was the first time Orlando's offense has touched the ball here in the second quarter. A long drive for the Crabs. Second down 10 as Matsumoto drops back deep. He's going to throw it deep, and the pass is incomplete. More terrific defense as Lorenzo Allen was double covered. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10. And Matsumoto's now 4 for 9. There's Alexander Brown, otherwise known as Virtual Football on Twitter. And Eddie Gage actually made the play. Third down and 10 for Orlando. And Matsumoto's got to get it going here. Allen just 1 catch. Chambers just 1 catch. Perez and Parker also with 1 catch. Spreading the ball around, but just not enough of it. 4 wide receivers for Matsumoto back to throw. He's going to step up in the pocket, fire left side. That pass is caught for a 17-yard gain. The non-star gets a much-needed first down, Orlando. And that time, a much beautiful football thrown from Ono Matsumoto. That was pretty. Right over the defense. First down and 10 for Orlando. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto looking, scans the field. Oh, throw an interception. Intercepted by Kenneth Lyons. And return to the Orlando 45-yard line. The first big mistake for Orlando tonight. That was a well-played ball by Kenneth Lyons. His first interception of the season, and Baltimore takes over up 4. Three receivers with 2 backs in the backfield. Crabs have the ball. Up 4 as Dasso's going to go deep down the field, and the pass is caught by D.R. Sim down to the 6-yard line. A pickup of 39 yards and a first down for Baltimore on the biggest offensive play by either team tonight. Sim, who had 1 catch for 2 yards coming into the drive, makes a huge play, and it's 1st and goal again for Baltimore, trying to extend their lead here in the first half. Orlando needs a big stop from their defense here as Dazo drops to throw. Dazo fires right-hand side and nearly intercepted but knocked away. Great job by A.J. Lacoste to get to it, 2nd and 10. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube and Twitch channels, all at simulationfl.com, and also at /simulationfl. You can punch those social media websites in right before that, and you'll get right to it. Dazo hand off to Snyder. Snyder breaks a tackle. And Woods, as you could see, has 6 tackles under 5 minutes to go, or under 6 minutes to go, pardon. 3rd down and goal from the 5, a 1-yard gain for Snyder. He just cannot get it going. 10-6. Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe coming up at the half. Dazo drops to throw. Dazo over the middle. Wide open. Touchdown, Crabs. That's Johnston, another non-star tight end. 2nd catch by a tight end tonight. That one hurts Orlando. As Baltimore has scored back-to-back touchdowns to go up by 10. Now 11 after the extra point. Orlando in some trouble here. They don't often get beat at home, hardly at all over the last 3 seasons. As from the 11-yard line, Orlando returns past the 25 to the 28. Matsumoto and Parker have to get something going. Parker with 6:36 gone in this quarter. Parker has not touched the football. They've got to get him back involved. Two backs in the backfield with 3 receivers for Orlando. As Matsumoto will throw again, and he'll throw over the middle. That pass caught, 1st down, and a nice job dragging defenders. That will pick up about 15 yards for a 1st down. That's Isaac Perez making the play. His 2nd grab of the night. Perez, 2 catches, 21 yards, and Matsumoto up to 62 yards passing. Trips left. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto pump fake. Looking, all kinds of time. Finally fires it away and nearly intercepted. Jennings was the intended receiver. Not a good looking throw from Matsumoto. Will bring up a 2nd down and 10. Matsumoto now 6 of 13 passing. Back to pass. Matsumoto looking over the middle again. And it's picked off by Alexander Brown. Orlando struggling here in the 2nd quarter, and they give it away again in their own side of the field. That was, Brown played that route better than Allen did. Brown and Lyons, the 2 Baltimore corners, each with interceptions here in the first half, and Baltimore can really step on the gas right now. Split backs behind Dazzo, and Dazzo will drop to throw. He's going to go deep again, and the pass is incomplete, nearly taken away. Rodney Woods again there to make a tremendous play. He has been really good this evening, and definitely the bright spot for Orlando defensively. Second down and 10. Baltimore trying to push their advantage to 3 scores in the SFL season opener. Dazzo back to pass, swings it out to Parker. Beautifully played, but Snyder, makes the play, and Snyder is off to the races. 10, 5, and down to the 1-yard line. A 50-yard gain for Elliott Snyder. A pass that was nearly broken up, nearly taken to the house. Beautifully played, but it looked like Rodney Woods just got there too late. And the Crabs are dominating the 2nd quarter of work. Snyder now 6 receptions for 101 yards in the first half. 17-6 Baltimore. They give it to Snyder, and Snyder is going to be short. A 1-yard pickup. Tackle made by Kedrick Watkins, the rookie for Orlando, strong safety. Second and goal, under 4 to go. And Dazzo's going to throw to Snyder, and Snyder's going to walk in, and a penalty on the play. A very vicious hit at the end of that one.
Late hit, number 47.
That was A.J. Lacoste, and that just isn't necessary, as frustration is starting to pour out of Orlando. 23-6, 20 unanswered points by the Baltimore Crabs.
S15 is back for the point after. Brock on the hold.
And the extra point for Baltimore is good.
The extra point is good.
Knock, knock, Orlando, wake up. Goodness gracious. Twenty 24-6 from the 12. Nice return for Orlando once again. Out to the 33-yard line. preseason in which 6 games were decided by a combined 24 points. Baltimore currently holds an 18-point lead in the SFL season opener, thanks in large part to the fact that Zach Parker still has not had a carry in the second quarter. And Matsumoto's going to throw again, and he'll swing it out to Parker, and Parker's got some space to work, and he's going to pick up 5 yards. So at least they're going to get him involved in the passing game, but definitely some questionable play calling here tonight from Orlando here in the second quarter. Second down, 5. 3 wide receivers. Matsumoto back to pass, looking to the right side, and that one a poorly thrown ball as Perez had to dive back across the field to try to make a play. Third down and 5. I just don't understand the lack of Parker right now. Matsumoto is 7 of 16. 24-6. This is a huge play for Orlando momentum-wise. Third down and 5 from the 38. Matsumoto, play action, back to pass. He will swing it outside. Nice play, and out of bounds, a gain of 8 yards for Orlando, first down. That was much needed, and now they need to run the ball. At least that's just one man's opinion. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. 3 in the backfield. Baltimore showing an outside blitz. It is not picked up. Well played there by Baltimore. That was Alexander Brown coming over to make the tackle along with Gage. Actually, Gage might have made a 2-yard loss. Brings up a second down at 12 as we approach the 2-minute warning. So Parker finally gets a carry, and he's all out of rhythm, loses 2. Second down and 12 yards to go. Matsumoto back to pass. Matsumoto looking short. A wide open receiver. Pass is caught. And it's going to be a 3-yard gain for Isaac Perez. We have hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Orlando Intimidators radio network.
You're listening to 1090 WIRN, the Extra Point, Orlando sports leader.
Third down and 9 for Orlando. Big play here as Matsumoto steps up in the pocket, fires, caught by Allen, but 1 yard shy of the first down. And decision time here for Orlando. They do get the ball to start the second half. It's a tough call. That is Allen's only second catch of the night. Fourth down and 1. The offense is still on the field. A minute and a half to go in the first half. The handoff goes to Parker, and Parker is going to get outside left. Parker past the 30. There he goes! For the first time tonight, Zach Parker comes alive. Touchdown, Orlando! That's what I call coming up clutch. What a move. I mean, Eddie Gage, you just got embarrassed. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. And Orlando can cut it to 11 and getting the ball to start the second half. If they can get a defensive stand, they're right back in this football game. That was a much-needed fourth down conversion. What a run. The extra point is good, and Orlando's down 11. In case you haven't heard, Money Mondays is coming to the SFL network. You have a chance, an opportunity, actually 2 chances on every Monday night game to win some cash instantly from the SFL. For more information, you can watch the latest SFL update on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/simulationfl. And tune in Monday to participate. Louisville Wolfpack and the New York Knights will be doing battle in the opening game for both of those teams. 24-13 Crabs in the first half. Baltimore's had a sensational second quarter. Dazzo back to throw. That pass is caught. That's a 4-yard gain. That is D.R. Sims' 3rd catch of the night. 4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 6. Neither team seems to be in much of a hurry here to end the first half. I think the Crabs may be feeling out how they can do on this possession. Under a minute to go. 2nd down and 6. As the handoff goes to Snyder on the right-hand side. Snyder makes a move. Oh! Snyder is in the open field just like that. Baltimore is going to go back up by 3 scores. A touchdown with 36 seconds left. And the Crabs have scored 30 in half number 1. Goodness gracious. Elliott Snyder just shredded Rodney Woods like a dried up piece of paper. That was horrible tackling. Snyder too big and too strong. It's 30-13. What a backbreaker there for Orlando. I mean, this preseason we saw one team score 40-plus points in Baltimore. No team scored 30 points and a half, and Baltimore has done it on opening night, on the road, in one of the toughest places to play in the league, as the extra point is good. An unbelievable second quarter for Baltimore. They have scored 4 touchdowns in the last 12 minutes. An offensive explosion, as Orlando is now responsible for needing to answer back here from the 11-yard line. Intimidators on the return to the 31. The SFL's next game is Saturday, noon. The Santa Fe Gorillas will play at home for the first time. They host the Cleveland Vipers. Sunday showcase game on Father's Day. Greg Morris will be here in the booth with me, the Oklahoma City Renegades and the DC Dragons, as Parker takes the carry up the gut. Parker picks up 7. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 3. No huddle. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. 20 seconds now. Parker's going to get it again. Parker is not going to get the first down. It's 3rd down and 1. Time is ticking away, and Orlando might just be setting up for a Hail Mary, as they are going to get the snap off one more time. Parker's got a first down and more. There goes Parker! Parker past the 20, 10, and he's going to score as time expires. Touchdown, Orlando! The running backs have turned on the juice just before the half. Holy mother of Sim! Zach Parker and Elliott Snyder are out of control tonight. The extra point is good, and we have hit the locker room. Your halftime score, Baltimore 31, Orlando 20. This is the Sim Football Network on Twitch.
that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Crabs enjoying the lead 31-20.
Okay, Dan, let's get this halftime show started. What do you have for us?
A look at our halftime stats here, and boy, look at the difference in passing yards. The Intimidators are certainly losing because of it. It's hard to win when you play like that. An exciting start to this one right on the first play from scrimmage. Number 26 is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way, and he's able to get his hands on this one and picks it off. Still early in the first, the Intimidators on offense at the 31-yard line. Number 35 would let his big old offensive line pave the way on this one. That set up a 29-yard field goal. Trying to answer back, the Crabs trailing by 3. S15 is going to try to dial one in from very long distance. Plenty of leg to it, though. He's got it. They even the score 3-all. The Intimidators answer right back. Number 35 would get up ahead of steam, and then it was clear sailing from here. That set up a short 23-yard field goal. The Intimidators leading 6-3. Number 36 got the carry here, and he comes through. A 2-yard touchdown for the visitors. The Crabs take their first lead in the game and are now up by 4. The Intimidators, middle of the second. Number 22 was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. After getting an interception, the Crabs ahead by 4. Number 80 is going to come up with a big play here on the deep ball. Have a look. They move ahead by 11. The Intimidators, still middle of the second. Number 21 would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Intimidators back 17-6. Number 36 came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. A 49-yard play that set up a visitor's touchdown. The Crabs have opened it up and now lead by 18. The Intimidators, late in the second quarter, all at the 46-yard line. Number 35 got the carry as they tried to ground things out on fourth down, and it really paid off. A 45-yard touchdown for the home team. Late into the second quarter, the Crabs up by 11. Number 36 takes the handoff here, and look at the blocking at the point of attack. A big opening up the middle. They've opened it up and now lead by 18. The Intimidators, last play of the half. Number 35 got the call on third down, and he did not disappoint. A 59-yard touchdown for the home team. And that's how we'll round this one out. The Intimidators are down at the half, 31-20.
Excellent job, Dan.
The Intimidators get the ball first this half, and they could use a score right out of the gates to get back into this one. They currently trail 31-20. Let's go down to the field.
It's halftime, Baltimore 31, Orlando 20. This is the Sim Football Network, and we will be back for the second half of action. Season opener continues after this.
Attention. Highlight coming up. Featuring the best simulation football anywhere.
San Francisco showing an outside blitz. They will come with it. Noel Christ trying to get outside. Noel Christ gets 2 blocks. Christ past the 30, 20, 10. Hang on. Touchdown with a little stutter. Step into the end zone. It's a party here in Hawaii.
Watch the game live at Simulation NFL.
Welcome back to the Dome for the second half as Baltimore will kick it away.
Epstein.
Orlando with the big momentum. One of our 6 advertising highlights is Zach Parker scoring on the final play of a first half, and lo and behold, we get it on opening night. Zach Parker, 13 carries, 169 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He is the only reason why Orlando survived a 28-point onslaught from Baltimore in the second quarter of play. High formation for Matsumoto. He will drop to throw. He hits Parker left-hand side, and Parker picks up about 8 on the play. Good start for Parker in the passing game as well as Matsumoto, and it brings up a 2nd down and 2.
Second and 1 from Warrington, 37 yards.
93 passing yards in the game now for Matsumoto. And the handoff goes to Parker, and he's only going to pick up, well, he didn't pick up anything, actually. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 2 as Joe Dazzo, he has been all over the place tonight, makes another key tackle in the middle of the field. 3rd down and short. This would be huge for the Crab defense here as Matsumoto's going to throw, and he's got Parker, and Parker's got a 1st down and more. A 5-yard gain, a 1st down Orlando, and another move of the chains for the Intimidators. Zach Parker makes his 4th grab of the game. $14 carries, $169. Matsumoto changing the play, back to throw. Matsumoto swings it outside. That's Allen. Caught. 4-yard gain. Nothing wrong about that as Allen gives a little pat on the head to Brown. Thanks for the coverage, but I'll take my 4 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. Ball at the 37 yards.
We gonna be in your face all day.
2 in the backfield with Matsumoto. And Baltimore showing an outside blitz. That's where Orlando's trying to run. Parker still on his feet. Somehow Parker bouncing off tacklers all over the field. There is a penalty marker down. Parker's got a 1st down. And let's check the penalty. It's
Holding, number 44. Offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of
an offensive holding called. That is going to be a 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul, which was the line of scrimmage. I thought at first there we were going to get a face mask on Parker, but instead it's 2nd and 16, a costly penalty on the opening drive of the second half for Orlando, trailing 11. Trips left. Matsumoto out of the shotgun with 3 down linemen, back to throw. Matsumoto in trouble. He is pounded. A 7-yard loss brings up a 3rd and 23. Nice jump shot from number 93, Cyron Peter. And Orlando is in a bit of a desperate situation now. They have really not had any sort of deep ball in the passing game to speak of tonight. Longest reception is 24 yards by Lorenzo Allen. They need to check that. That's actually his total yards for the first half. They need 23 on this one play here as Matsumoto drops to throw, and he's got all kinds of time, but we'll just dump it short over the middle, and a heck of a job by Baltimore as Hittner makes the tackle to corral Chambers and force a punt, and that drive ends brutally, a 6-yard gain for the Intimidators.
Oh yeah, Bunner, I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
So Orlando kicks it away. They are down 11. They're going to have to play some defense, which they didn't play in the second quarter. And the Crabs will start for their own 33-yard line. Is caught just to the sticks. That's a 10-yard gain to start the drive. Ebenezer Conrad, third catch by a tight end tonight. We're monitoring that a little closely because Ulysses Mora from Santa Fe absolutely burned Orlando in the preseason with tight ends. 8:18 to go in the third. Baltimore 31, Orlando 20. And Dazzo drops to throw. He will flip it out to Snyder. Snyder's got a lot of room to work. He's got a first down and more. A pickup of about 12 on the play. And he's got 8 grabs for $114 tonight. Dazzo back to throw, and he is sacked. A loss of 6 on the play as Orlando takes a swing. Boy, we got some multi-sport athletes out here tonight. Second down, 16 after another Orlando sack. Neither team has scored in the third. It was 3-3 at the end of one, and it was 28-17 in the second quarter. Second down and 16 for Dazzo with 2 in the backfield. Dazzo back to pass, going to air it out deep, and Dazzo's got a man, but it's nicely tipped off the foot of Isaac Wallace and nearly picked off. If that player, I think it might have been Rodney Woods. We're going to get another look at it. No, it was Kedrick Watkins. If he would have caught that ball, it was off his helmet. That would have been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Good play by Wallace and Watkins. The double W's in the secondary. Third down and 16 for Baltimore. Backs up against the wall here. Dazzo back to pass. Pressure from the backside. The pass is incomplete. The pressure forced the bad throw as Rodney Woods defends DR Sim once again rather nicely. And Baltimore's now has a 4th down and long situation. Baltimore has a 4th and long situation. 4th and 16. They'll have to punt it away.
Oh yeah, this one's mine. This one's mine.
Getting word that some of you may have not been able to see the opening video properly. We did notice some issues there. I believe it was just the fact that we've got a lot of files going on here. So we'll try one more time at the end of the third. We'll also show you the stat breakdown of these two teams. That had some issues at the beginning of the game as well. Opening night jitters, we'll get it cleaned up for you. Next game Saturday. Saturday at noon, Sunday at 3, Monday at 6, all time central right here on the Sim Football Network. As Matsumoto hands off to Parker on the right-hand side. And Parker is going to pick up 3 yards on the play. Tackle made by Dwayne Blackwell. 109 yards and 2 picks tonight for Matsumoto. That's not good. First positive yards for Zach Parker on the evening. In the second half, I should say. First down and 10 as Parker swings it to Matsumoto swings it to the outside to Parker. That's a gain of only 1. So that's going to set up a 3rd down and 6. Not much doing there as Matsumoto's night continues to be tough. 3rd down, 6. Big play here for Orlando. As Matsumoto drops to throw, will swing it outside. That pass is caught. It's incomplete. Ruled incomplete. Looking for Lorenzo Allen on the sideline. And Orlando's going to have to punt it away. And both defenses have woken back up after they fell into a deep trance in that second quarter, with Baltimore still protecting an 11-point lead. We appreciate all your support tonight. Please send your comments and criticisms to simulationfl.com, or I'm sorry, simulationfl@gmail.com, so that we can better improve our product. We're always trying to do that. And trying some brand new stuff out in SFL 5. Technology has improved. We improve along with it. 31-20, Baltimore ahead of Orlando right now. 5:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. As Dazzo drops to throw in an empty set, he is in trouble, and Dazzo is going to shake off a tackle. Dazzo is still on his feet, and he finally throws it away. Dazzo nearly pulled a Nono Matsumoto there. If you remember the play at the start of the 4th quarter last year between these two teams, that was something to remember. But Dazzo wisely throws it away, and it's 2nd and 10. 5:42 to go in the 3rd, 3 in the backfield, and Snyder's going to get a toss from out of the backfield, and Snyder's going to shake off a tackle, and Snyder's got still going. Snyder, you gotta be kidding me! Snyder, touchdown! One of the most impressive runs I've ever seen Elliott Snyder pull off. That was ridiculous, and they're back up by 17. There's 1. There's 2. Unbelievable. Elliott Snyder, the boss.
Epstein is back to the point after. Rock on the hold.
And with 5:27 to go in the 3rd quarter, you could hear a football being properly inflated in this stadium as Baltimore is now up by 18. From the 9-yard line, Orlando on the return. Orlando past the 30. Boy, nearly returned that one all the way, did Matthews. 1st and 10. And once again, it's Zach Parker time, I guess. Parker has 2 carries for 3 yards in this second half. He has had parts in this game where he is just completely quiet. Matsumoto's out of the shotgun. Matsumoto back to throw, and the pass is knocked away and incomplete. That's Howard defending. Brings up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the Orlando 32-yard line. 38-20. The Crabs on season opening night putting on an impressive performance, or at least Elliott Snyder is. Matsumoto over the middle. That pass is caught. That is a 13-yard gain. And Matsumoto now has 124 yards on the night. First down for Orlando. On a nice throw up the middle to Parker out of the backfield. First and 10 for the 45. Matsumoto is hit as he threw. It's incomplete. Nice hit on the quarterback there for the Crabs. Brings up second down and 10. If Orlando goes on to lose this game, which Intimidator fans hope they do not, that would be back-to-back losses if you count the shocking preseason loss to the expansion team Santa Fe Gorillas, although the Orlando Intimidators are known for their slow starts. Matsumoto back to throw, pump fake, throws to the left-hand side. Parker's in some trouble. Dazzo going to make the tackle and then waits for a teammate to come over and squish him for a 2-yard loss. Back to the 44-yard line in another third and long situation. And I'm telling you, all night long, it's just been a little bit of bizarre play calling out of the Orlando Intimidators in just not allowing Parker to get involved in the game, in the running game. He has 7 receptions in the passing game, but he's not really done much there. Matsumoto back to throw on a 3rd and 12. A lot of time. Deep down the middle, the pass is incomplete off the hands of Wilson. And I know you're a non-star, buddy, but you got to make that catch. Brings up 4th down and 12. And Orlando has to punt it away. And at some point, the Intimidator defense has got to make it a priority to tackle number 36.
Whoa, you ain't got nothing.
A nice punt pins Baltimore down to the 19-yard line with 4:04 on the clock here in the third. Mike Dazzo trots up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers, 1 to either side. And Dazzo will drop the pass. Dazzo's in trouble and nearly got, and there's a penalty marker that may have hit a defender, or excuse me, a man on the offensive line, and that would be an ineligible receiver. Let's get the call.
Ineligible receiver.
That's exactly what happened. That's pretty much a de facto intentional grounding there from Mike Dazzo, and it's 1st and 15 now. More pressure being supplied by the Intimidator D.
Well, firstly, the league would be nothing without...
1st and 15 as Dazzo drops to throw. That pass caught by Snyder. Snyder actually stepped out of bounds. 10 grabs, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Snyder tonight. And he actually stepped out of bounds with a 1-yard loss. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 16. Dazzo back to throw. Dazzo's in trouble. Beautiful pass and nearly picked off. Boy, you talk about a small window. Mike Dazzo nearly fit it in there. That was a nice effort. Couldn't make it happen, and it's 3rd and long for the Crabs. Both teams have hunkered down in the 3rd quarter as the crowd, a sellout crowd of about 65,000 people tonight on their feet. Not an empty seat in the house. 3rd down and 16 from the 12. Dazzo back to throw. Dazzo's in trouble. He's going to fire right. Wide open. It's caught. And down the sideline of the 47-yard line is Demetrius Outdet. A huge 3rd and long conversion. Demetrius Outdet. I don't know how he got so wide open. Outdat just 2 catches for 25 yards in the first half. That was a monster play. There's a lot of people in Baltimore chanting, "Who dat Outdat" right about now. Baltimore still on the move, up 18. Dazzo back to throw. Dazzo going deep to the left-hand side. Wide open, that pass is caught. And D.R. Sim has scored a touchdown. And Baltimore has scored more points in 3 quarters than any team did this preseason, and it's 44-20. This is one of the most impressive performances I have seen out of the Baltimore Crabs in their franchise history. I mean, D.R. Sim has just gotten open, made a couple of big plays, and really Baltimore has been all about the big play tonight. The 3rd touchdown pass for Mike Dazzo tonight. And I don't know what happened to Orlando's defense. They looked so good in the first quarter defending the pass. They have been non-existent for the past 2 quarters. It is 45-20. The Crabs lead Orlando. You want to talk about an opening statement on the road, in the spotlight? Just a tremendous performance by the Crabs. From the 10, Orlando's got to somehow salvage this ball game. If they do, it would certainly turn into an epic shootout. Baltimore is now beating Orlando by more points than the 6 teams that won preseason games last week won by combined. I mean, that is a pretty remarkable stat. And again, Zach Parker, 2 carries, 3 yards in the 3rd quarter. It's just unbelievable. Offside penalty, free play here from Matsumoto. He's going to go down the field, and that pass is incomplete. Knocked away by Kenneth Lyons. But it's going to be 1st and 5 anyway. But man, is Ono Matsumoto struggling this evening.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 93, defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
Cameron, he is the real backbone to all this, and has been a great friend. When he came to me during the falling of the WAFL and asked me to do this with them, I never thought it would go from the 7 great owners we picked to this massive 2-conference 12-team league we have now. I mean, in 5 seasons we have almost double the teams we have to start, and we are keeping with the same set of goals we have when we started this. Have there been disagreements? Sure, but we always choose what we believe is best for the league. I just can't believe how much this league has blown up this past year, and I do hope it continues to grow and innovate over time. And I can't wait to see what Season 5 brings to the table. Even though we talk almost daily, there are still things Cameron decided to keep from me. So I'm really anxious to see all of his new presentation that he has. Also, Decktronics, I think is going to be huge for us, and it will save us tons of time and will be some of the most detailed stats we have ever had. All at our fingertips. And most of all, I'm really excited for just another great SFL season.
That was Orlando Intimidator owner Kyle Walsh speaking on some of the subjects of interest here in the SFL this year, as that pass is caught by Matsumoto over the middle. A 4-yard pickup will set up a 2nd down and 6.
Second and 6 from your Intimidators, 46-yard.
Down! 6!
2:15 to go in the third. Orlando is really struggling this evening, 45-20. As the handoff goes to Parker, he's going to shed a tackler, and Zach Parker's into the open field once again. About an 11-yard gain, his biggest run of the second half, and it's a first down, Orlando. Orlando not out of this just yet, but going to need to pick it up. There's no doubt about that. Second down, 6 yards to go. The Crabs have run amok on the Intimidators' defense tonight. They lead by 25. Matsumoto back to pass. Matsumoto will check it down to Parker, and Parker is going to lose 3 yards. That play didn't stand a chance. And it's now 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 2nd and 12.
We showed a flashback at the end of the first quarter. That was Baltimore's perfect season. The Crabs have not won a first-round playoff game despite it being at home twice. This deep ball is caught, and that is Matsumoto's 156th yard as Allen makes the biggest play of his night for an Orlando first down.
First and 10.
32 seconds to go, third quarter. Orlando struggling tonight, trying to make the score respectable. That pass is incomplete. Broken up by the non-star linebacker O'Brien, and it brings up a 2nd and 10. As we get another look at Chad's pass defense. A pretty surprising opener here. Baltimore certainly getting some revenge tonight. They were beaten by Orlando twice last season. And right now, Orlando has gone away from Parker, only 3 carries in the third quarter because they're down by 25. 3 in the backfield. Baltimore in control right now. Orlando trying to make something of this drive and at least get it to a 3-score game heading into the final quarter as Parker is going to bounce to the right-hand side and pick up about 7 yards on the play. Nice run from Zach Parker. Will bring up a 3rd down and 3. And that may have been the final play of the quarter. 23 yards rushing now, 192 yards. That is the end of the third quarter here. 45-20, Baltimore leads Orlando. This is the Sim Football Network, and we'll be right back after this.
You're listening to 1090 W.
Third down and 10. Just 2 plays left potentially in the Crabs season. Again, empty backfield, 5 wide receiver set. Orlando holding a 9-point lead as Dazzo drops the throw down the middle of the field. The pass is dropped. He dropped it down the middle, and it's 4th and 10, and the Crabs are falling apart.
Well, yeah, that was... Hit him in the wrong place with the ball. Hit him in the hands.
I mean, that gets you to midfield. I mean, wow. Just unbelievable, and that's probably the 3rd or 4th drop we've seen out of a Crab receiver
Right.
today.
Fortunate for him, they're in Baltimore. He'd be walking home.
4th and 10 at the 21. This is it for Dazzo and the Crabs. Back to pass. Dazzo going deep down the field. It's caught by Quick. Another 4th down miracle between these 2 teams. No huddle offense for the Crabs. Unbelievable. Dazzo back to throw. He's going down the middle. The pass is intercepted. And Orlando is going to the SFL championship game. devastation as Antoine McCluskey picked off Demetrius out there. It was in double coverage. And that's the ball game.
I, for one, am stunned. I am stunned. Although Orlando is a very good team. That's why they're in the playoffs. But having home field advantage, you would have thought Baltimore would have put on a better show.
The 3-seeded Orlando Intimidators become the third straight team on the road in the SFL playoffs in the semifinal round to get a victory, which is unprecedented in league history.
Revenge is a dish best served cold. The Crabs have a new look and new weapons, while the whole gang is back together in Orlando. The time is now. Season 5 kickoff is next.
Only the SFL can ever bring you a storyline like that. Welcome back to Baltimore. 3rd down and 3 from the Baltimore 16 for Orlando. Down by 25. It would take a miracle at this point as Matsumoto's pass is caught by the shoestrings of 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. And I can't believe they ruled Nathan Chambers down. I thought he was going to skip into the end zone. Did he get touched? He must have, right there at the 2.
Let's go.
What a catch from Nathan Chambers. Chambers quiet tonight. Only his 3rd grab of the evening, 1st and goal.
We gonna be in your face all day. Pro.
And the handoff goes to Parker, and Parker's going to score a touchdown. Still plenty of time left. The Intimidators are not done yet. 45-26. After this game was 3-3 at the end of the first quarter, 6-3 about 5 minutes into the second quarter. I mean, we had a defensive game on our hands. When people see the final score tonight, they're not going to think that. Parker has scored his 3rd touchdown of the night. (45-27), and who's going to get the ball back? Mike Dazzo. He's the last person you want to have the football right now. 20 of 28 tonight. 363 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an interception. That is a full stat sheet for Mike. Now the biggest question of the night, can Orlando stop Baltimore? I mean, it's a 3-score game with 11 minutes to go. Baltimore scored 4 touchdowns in the second quarter. Not necessarily out of reach, but boy, that would be something crazy. 2 in the backfield, Mike Dazzo back to pass. Mike Dazzo's in trouble. Mike Dazzo's going to be sacked. An 11-yard loss way back at the 18-yard line. And Rasheem Gammon has something to say to Dazzo as he brings him down. And just like that, it's 2nd down and 21 for the Crabs. Dazzo back to pass again. Dazzo going deep, and the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Nice effort by Figueroa, but it's going to be 3rd down and 21. That was another pretty pass from Mike Dazzo. And he just couldn't reel it in. Mike Dazzo, 6'4", 220 in his 3rd season with the Crabs. And right now, the Orlando defense playing extreme They have no deep safeties right now. As Dazzo drops to throw, Dazzo looking. There's nobody open. Dazzo's going to be sacked again back at the 13. Orlando got really aggressive there on 3rd down and 21. Some huevos for that defensive coordinator. And it's 4th and 27, and Orlando is going to end up with tremendous field position.
Did you like that, Nick? Did you like it?
If there's one thing Orlando can do, they can sack the quarterback. Just ask Rocco Marconi from last year's championship game. Man, do they know how to sack the quarterback. And that's been the one blemish on Baltimore's offense tonight. And Snyder, 11 carries, 82 yards through 3 quarters. He's not lighting up the running stats. He's just so dangerous in the open field. It seems like more dangerous than ever before. Back to pass, Matsumoto is going to swing it out to Parker, and Parker is going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. Parker's still not really being used in the running game. Did end up with 5 carries in that 3rd quarter. He could be a difference maker here at 2nd and 4, 9:37 to go in the ball game. Don't forget that a full box score will be available on our Daktronics website, our DakStats website, through simulationfl.com. Click on the DakStats tab as Parker's going to get the carry, and he's got a 1st down, and there he goes again. Oh, he got pounded. There is a flag that came in late. Kenneth Lyons with a monster hit. Let's check this one out.
Holding number 67, offense, 10-yard penalty.
Another hold on Orlando. Wipes away another brilliant run from Zach Parker. That is the 2nd costly holding penalty of the night for Orlando.
Second and 13.
The clock is ticking. Now Orlando's out of the eye. 2nd and 14. Matsumoto, 3-step drop, swings it outside. That's the fullback. And that's a nice open field tackle. Matsumoto, 171. That was Dazzo on the tackle. 171 passing yards now. Dazzo still stuck on 363. 3rd and 12. This is a big play here in this game if Orlando wants any chance of coming back. Third down and 12. 4 receivers. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto got his time, but he needs to get away. And Matsumoto got away, and he's sacked. I just had deja vu just there for a minute. I thought he was going to fling it down the field, but both teams have done such a great job on applying pressure to the quarterback. Now it's 4th and 19, and now Orlando's comeback hopes are really in doubt. Still 8 minutes left, but they needed to score on that drive in some sort of capacity. Still a 3-score game, still time, but Baltimore brings the heat. Low snap, and they nearly blocked the punt. From the 19-yard line, Baltimore on the return, and they will get about 3 yards. Now, you folks asking about the update or the upcoming schedule here for the SFL, just pay attention to the game tracker, which will appear at the top of your screen.
Let's go. 1st and 10.
7:53 to go in the ball game. Baltimore up by 18, but they've done nothing here in the fourth quarter. Hit as he threw his Dazzo, and the pass is incomplete. More pressure by Orlando. Where was this in the second quarter? Dazzo was getting the ball out of his hands a little bit quicker. And Elliott Snyder in the second half only has a couple of grabs in the passing game as well. 7:49 to go in the fourth. Dazzo back to pass against the blitz. Dazzo down the field. Pass caught. A nice grab to the 44-yard line. That is D.R. Sim. He has had an incredible rookie debut. Clock is ticking. Dazzo against the blitz. Hit as he threw. He was going for it all. And Orlando is taking advantage of Baltimore's greed right now. The Crabs, I'm surprised at how much they have passed tonight, up 18. $7:14 left. Can Orlando pull off what would be the largest comeback in league history? Dazzo back to throw on a 2nd and 10. There is a flag. The pass is caught, but this one might also be coming back. Orlando continues to give themselves a shot. No, it's on Orlando.
Number 57. Defense.
My mistake. 2nd down and 5. Offside. That is not the penalty you want. Would have been about a 3rd down and 6 instead of 2nd and 5. And Orlando has just had some costly penalties tonight. Snyder 10 grabs, 172 yards, but only 3 catches in the second half. Dazzo's going to pass again. Dazzo hit as he threw, and it is caught! D.R. Sim caught it! How did he catch that? That is insane. That ball was well behind D.R. Sim, and Lacoste was all over him. First down to the Orlando 45. And Snyder's got his 4th grab of the second half, and Orlando's got to make the tackle, and they finally do. He has been one tough kid to stop tonight. It's a 4-yard gain, brings up a 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6.
Dazzo back to throw. Dazzo's in trouble. Sacked again. 7-yard loss. And Orlando is forced to 3rd and long. Willie Gordon. And man, if I'm Baltimore, just stop it. Stop dropping Dazzo back. He clearly, after that first throw of the game that was an interception, he clearly has shaken off the rust. And he is getting murdered back there. Dazzo back to pass on a 3rd and long. He will dump it short. One-handed grab, but a 1-yard loss for Sim. 7 grabs, 112 yards and a touchdown tonight for Sim. But it's 4th down Baltimore. And point differential is huge in the SFL, so there's no doubt Orlando is thinking about, we need to do everything in our power to keep this game as close as we can. From the 11, that's a nice punt. Orlando going to be pinned at their 15-yard line. So DR Sim, the most impressive receiver on the field tonight. Zach Parker had his moments of magic, but Elliott Snyder has been the more dominant player as well.
They're going there. They're going there. I see pass.
Four receiver set. Matsumoto's going to make things happen quickly. That pass is caught to the outside by Chambers. A pickup of 7. And the Intimidators have gone no huddle. 2nd down and 3 from the 22-yard line. 4 receiver set, 3 to the right-hand side, and the swing out to Parker. Parker trying to get the first down. He will not. Clock still running. 3rd and 2 at the 23. Can definitely feel the pressure on Orlando now, although it's been there for quite some time. Back to throw. He's going to check it down to Parker, and it's going to be short of the first down. And that might have been the last straw for Orlando. A 4th and 2. And they've got the offense on the field. They're not giving up yet. Orlando's had plenty of 4th down magic against Baltimore, but they need a lot of magic right now with 4:08 to go in the 4th. A 4th down and 2. As Matsumoto will throw down the middle, and the pass is incomplete. No interference. And Baltimore takes over the Orlando 23, and the Intimidator fans are not happy about it. Guillermo Wilson was the intended receiver. A bad time to look for a non-star down the field, as Eddie Gage, actually Joe Dazzo, was defending. He popped them from behind. And the Baltimore Crabs have a chance to get 50 on the road. Dazzo is still in the ball game. They're going to hand it off to Snyder. Only 81 rushing yards for Snyder tonight. A loss of 1.
Go time.
3:30 to go. Season opening night of the Simulation Football League. The Baltimore Crabs on the road look like they are well on their way to a victory here, as Snyder is going to break away. There goes Elliott Snyder, and he has scored another touchdown. I think he's got player of the game pretty much locked up. What an unbelievable performance, and Orlando is going to have to work on tackling desperately over the course of the next week.
Epstein is back for the point after. Block on the hold.
What a performance by Baltimore. I don't think, and I will have to check the records, I believe that is a franchise high for Baltimore in points scored in a game. Tim Johnston might be able to dig up some numbers for me, but 52 points, my goodness, on the road. I don't think a betting man would have said that. Don't forget, Money Mondays are coming to the SFL Network. You can win money easily and instantly on SFL Network broadcasts Mondays at 6 Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. That begins this Monday when the Louisville Wolfpack take on the New York Knights as we wrap up Week 1 of SFL action. For more information, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/simulationfl and watch the latest SFL update as we explain the rules to the game and the contest from there. 3:15 to go in this one, 52-27 Baltimore. An absolute shellacking.
Down. Me and you all day. Good.
Matsumoto back to pass again, as Parker in the open field going to make a couple people miss. Nicely done. That'll bring up a first down and a move of the chains up to the 41-yard line for Orlando.
Sit.
And Matsumoto's going to go deep, and it's incomplete. And that has been the biggest issue, as Wilson again was the intended receiver. That has been the biggest issue tonight, really, for Orlando. They just have not been able to go deep down the field at all on Baltimore's secondary.
Second and 10. Ball at the 41-yard line.
Second down and 10. Make sure, if you haven't done so already, to follow the Twitch channel or subscribe to the Twitch channel. As a deep ball from Matsumoto finally makes a connection. That is a wide open Nathan Chambers, and he will walk in and score. And both defenses have a little bit of work to do heading into week 2, perhaps, as Matsumoto throws his first passing touchdown of the night. Chambers burns Eddie Gage, and that's all she wrote. So 52-33. It's hard to believe that this game was 6-3 with about 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. I mean, that's unbelievable. What in the world happened out there? Extra point is good. Trims the Baltimore advantage to 18. Again, next game, Santa Fe opens their home slate against the Cleveland Vipers. Saturday, 12 noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. And the onside kick is fielded cleanly by the Crabs, no problem.
First and 10.
2:43 to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. And it's that Dazzo's in the shotgun passing. And Dazzo is going deep. And Dazzo's pass is incomplete. And DR Sim says, man, I'm kind of tired. I mean, that is a bizarre strategy out of Baltimore. I mean, you want to talk about being just a little cocky with the offense. I mean, that is hard to explain. Also remember, too, that after the box score is posted for the first time ever, we will have game highlights. You can review all the best moments from tonight's game on our YouTube page later this evening, early tomorrow morning, as Snyder picks up 1 yard. Brings up a 3rd down and 9. Again, please, if you have positive, negative thoughts, comments, criticisms, send them to simulationfl@gmail.com. I'd love to hear what you thought about tonight's broadcast of our first broadcast of the 5th season of the SFL, our 3rd summer season. Your feedback is very important to us. That's, after all, why we do all of this. 3rd down and 9, and we've hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Orlando Intimidator Radio Network.
You're listening to 1090 WIRN, The Extra Point, Orlando's sports leader.
Two minutes to go, 52-34, a longer game than we expected here. Dazzo's going to drop to throw, hit as he threw, the pass is incomplete. Well defended by Isaac Wallace. That's going to stop the clock and give Orlando the football back. And I understand at least that time Mike Dazzo throwing down the field, because you want to be able to move the chains and not play too conservatively, but an incomplete pass stops the clock and gives Orlando a chance to trim some more points off of this deficit.
Can't do nothing! You can't do nothing!
40-yard line. Well played. Orlando pinned back deep. They still have all 3 timeouts remaining. It was a hot race for Isaac Wallace this offseason, along with many other secondary players. Parker now 12 catches for 64 yards, but Snyder has been far more effective. 11 grabs, 176 yards tonight. 2nd down and 7. Just the first game of 48 regular season games here on the SFL Network on Twitch. We have a long way to go, and I'm sure Orlando will be back in full force, playing much better defense. That's a nice catch in double. Oh, he fumbled! It's a fumble! Lorenzo Allen coughed it up, and Baltimore scores again! Howard recovered the fumble and ran it in for a touchdown. Unless it was picked off, let's take a look at that. That was really hard to see. Allen caught it. Blackwell forced the fumble, a legitimate fumble. Howard returns it, and Baltimore has scored 58 on opening night.
The replay booth will review the previous play, whether the player had possession prior to the fumble.
I mean, I don't think, unfortunately for Orlando, I don't think there's any question about this. I mean, Baltimore has played the game of their lives tonight. What a grab by Allen, and then Blackwell comes in and pops it loose. And that might be one of the first ever fumble returns for a touchdown. I think we've had one before.
After review, the play stands. The receiver did not have possession of the ball and is therefore incomplete. The play results in a touchdown.
That is a touchdown, and Baltimore has just absolutely stunned what's left of the crowd here in the Dome. And has stunned everyone watching tonight. Hats off to owner Tim Johnston. His team has played incredible. And Cleveland Vipers owner Ronnie Nickens is thinking, all right, not looking too bad after falling to Crafts by 11 in preseason. The extra point is good, and Baltimore, I know this for a fact now, has scored a franchise record 59 points here on season opening night. And simply put, Orlando just did not get Zach Parker the football enough when he was hot. I mean, you talk about a preseason where the highest score was 41 points. I mean, this is just an unbelievable performance by the Baltimore Crabs. And look at Orlando on the kickoff return all the way to the 48-yard line. It just does not stop tonight. Again, this game was 6-3 with about 7 minutes to go in the first half. What a game from the Crabs. Parker, 7 carries, 26 yards in the second half. That is inexcusable. Matsumoto back to throw. He's going to go deep, and Matsumoto's pass is picked off, and that should end the night. My goodness. That pass is picked off by Eddie Gage. Orlando now 4 turnovers on the night. And it has just gotten uglier and uglier as the fourth quarter has gone along. Gage has an interception. Brown has an interception. Lyons has an interception tonight. And Blackwell has a forced fumble. You want to talk about a great night for a very strong secondary? There you go. Orlando Intimidators face the expansion Tallahassee Pride on the Sunday Showcase next Sunday. Greg Morris was originally set to commentate that game, and he will not be able to do so. Instead, he will be commentating the Saturday afternoon game between the Vipers and the Legends. See what those two teams can bring as Orlando calls a timeout after a 2-yard loss for Snyder. Greg Morris will be in the booth for the first time this year. Sunday on Father's Day, he's a father. The two owners who are playing are fathers, Jermaine Smith from D.C. and Michael Irvine from Oklahoma City. A Father's Day celebration, no doubt, as the backups are in for Baltimore. They're going to hurl it deep, and the backup is even completing passes. We have a late flag. Baltimore cannot be denied tonight.
Pass interference. Number 32.
PI on Isaac Wallace, and he still caught it. I mean, what a throw. Back shoulder. Beautiful job.
First and 10.
Washington on that last catch.
Down. Six. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Two receivers to the left-hand side. And Baltimore, a wobbler over the middle is incomplete. And again, that's just a missed opportunity there for Orlando. Rodney Woods got up to such a hot start, and I don't understand why Baltimore continues to pass. I just don't understand it. This team is hyper-aggressive tonight, and it's paid off. Keeping Elliott Snyder fresh, I suppose. Orlando has 2 timeouts left in their pocket.
Second and 10. Ball at the 48-yard.
The Baltimore Crabs scored 28 points in the second quarter and then pile on 28 more points in the second half as the handoff goes for no gain. 3rd down and 12, loss of 2. Check that. Brewer on the tackle. Again, your full box score online. Brought to you by DAC Stats, and Daktronics is coming your way after the game along with highlights of tonight's game, and there were plenty of highlights for both teams. A little bit more lowlights for Orlando. But it was one crazy way to start the SFL season, I tell you that, as Baltimore's going to throw again on 3rd down and 12, and that pass is caught, and maybe finally the Crabs will call off the dogs on Orlando. They have made a statement tonight. You saw the bitter flashback at the end of the 3rd quarter. When Orlando was able to intercept Mike Dazzo to make a trip to their 2nd SFL championship game. Ended up losing to Minneapolis 42-24. But ever since the first interception, on the very first play of the game, was Baltimore's first turnover, and they did not turn the ball over after that. How the game turned.
Second and 11. From the crowd. 34-yard.
Absolutely true shot. Revenge is a dish best served cold, as said in the opening. Hats off to those of you who helped out on some of the new graphics package stuff tonight. Dan and Peter are coming up in the post game. It has been my pleasure to bring you the SFL season opener on the Sim Football Network. We're back here Saturday at noon Central, 1 p.m. Eastern for the Cleveland Vipers and the Santa Fe Gorillas. It's going to be exciting opening up a brand new SFL stadium in Santa Fe on Saturday. That team looked real good against Orlando in the preseason, especially tight end Ulysses Mora. Final score, Baltimore 59, Orlando 34. Dan and Peter have your post-game call.